As Claire said, I'm James, and I'm going to talk a little bit about game jams, and I'm just going to give some of my experiences during game jams, and also some experiences that I found online when I asked other people how they get the most out of game jams. So I really love game jams, and I think they're this brilliant opportunity to, jam, and to experiment and to make something small but interesting, and also to learn new things. So I'm first of all just going to talk a bit about actually making a game during game jam. And I'm sure you've all heard that a game jam is short, it's 48 hours in the case of Fuse Jam. And so keeping your ideas small is so important. But I don't think it's just that, it's about making sure you trim your idea down to that thing that's really exciting, the thing that when you come up with the idea, you're really looking forward to making, and just make that. Take it one step at a time and learn from what you make. So every time you have an idea, try and prototype it and see where it leads you. And following on from that, if you can let mistakes happen, then you can encounter all kind of strange things that you might not have found otherwise. And if you spend too much time planning so that you don't make any mistakes, then you might end up missing something really interesting. And I think when I'm making games, I sometimes forget that different is better. Like, it's really easy to get caught up in wanting to make a game to play, but if you can find something really different that maybe you wouldn't even think of playing, and using your hands is a great way to do this, so don't always jump straight onto your laptop. If you can prototype something in paper or with a card game or just with people, then it's a really great way of finding other ways of playing and finding something different that is original. And so, aside from just making the game, I think another big part of a game jam is actually the other people around you. It's this brilliant opportunity to be in a creative environment for a short period of time. And make sure that you take breaks. If you see yourself struggling or you see other people struggling, then make sure that you go and take a little walk around and check out what other people are doing. Because it goes so fast, and if you don't actually look around and see what's happening, then you might miss it. As well as that, trying to help other people take part is so important. It's quite easy to get caught up in your own bubble and your own problems, but if you can find a way to give somebody else advice and help them say one of their ideas or help them to do something that otherwise they might not be able to, that's really, really valuable. And I think that leads into jams are this amazing place to learn. You've got all these people with their own skills, their own backgrounds, and you can learn so much from just listening to what they have to say and sharing your own knowledge. So I think jams are this brilliant place to skill share and to find new things and new ways of doing things that you might not consider otherwise if you're working on your own. And that's really what, for me, jams are about, is collaborating. And even if you're working independently, collaborating alongside other people. So finding a chance to get someone to come and look at what you've made, see what they think, or going over and asking someone about what they're making. Trying to combine your ideas rather than choose which one is best. It's really easy to get protective over what you want to do, but if you take the time to compromise and to find new solutions with other people, then you'll probably make something way more interesting. As well as that, you're in a game jam, so if you can find time to absorb it and actually take in what's happening around you rather than just being stuck in the code or your artwork, trying to get up, move around, maybe play some of the games. I think it's really easy to overlook the fact that even though a jam is a short period of time, you still need to sleep. Because I know that I have so many times said, oh, I just have one thing left to do, and if I stay up, I'll get it done. But almost 100% of the time, I stay up and I don't get it done, and then I wake up in the morning and I get it done immediately. So just sleep. Don't work sleeping. And I think if you went away from this with one thing in mind, is that don't finish your game. It doesn't make too much sense, but if you start the game jam with, I'm going to finish this game, well, the game's going to completely change by the end of it. And if you're really focused on finishing that game that you come up with at the start, you're going to just spend all your time on the little bugs and the little things and desperately trying to hold on to what it was. If you instead spend the jam making something, seeing where it goes, experimenting, seeing what other people think of it, then you'll have a way better time and probably you'll come up with something that you never would have thought you'd start with. So I think I rushed it a bit, but have fun, and I'll see you all at the jam. But yeah, hope you have a really good time. I really wanted to do this thing where we just like came up with a game idea and jammed it out. So maybe we could do that, seeing as there's so few of us.
Let's do it.
Do we have time?
Yeah.
So I was going to do a thing where I found objects and asked everyone what game they think it is. So, what game is this?
Sonic? What game is this? Pipe Mania 3D, sorry.
Yeah, Mario.
Pipe dream.
Pipe dream.
Okay.
Egg and spoon race. I don't know if there's a game
nice.
though. That's a real. I don't know. Egg and spoon.
Name a random object.
Curtain?
That's straight in
Okay. Well, what game is this? And if we can't think of one that exists, then what game could it be?
Spying on your neighbours.
Spying on neighbours. Oh my god, that's amazing. I can imagine a game.
Something theatrical.
Yeah.
I can imagine a game where you're on a theatre, but maybe you are like the person behind the curtain at the side, and you got to look in at the audience. Another random object.
Celery.
I don't know why we need to look at it.
That's
Inspiration.
Yeah. I guess.
Stardew Valley.
Huh, yeah. Gardening.
A group of little bugs playing within a cellar.
Oh,
Nice.
So
that's
cute.
cool. I don't really know. I guess we could do this forever, and I didn't know what was happening, but yeah, it's really fun just generating ideas from objects, and that's something I used to kind of generate ideas at the beginning of jams. Look at what's around you and think, how could I make this playful? So
Sounds like we have like the idea generation for Fuse Jam 3 right there.
yeah, exactly. Oh, everyone brings something random.
Oh,
and
yeah,
it all
yeah.
gets mixed up, and you just grab. Ah, that's brilliant. Okay. Well,
Note that down, Alec.
I'll put a sock in it.
well, I'll let someone else who's got something more interesting.
That's great, thank you.